In task 6, we're going to do something a little different. Task 6 says I can solve quadratic equations by graphing, which is not the same thing as factoring. Now, in task 1, if you remember back to that first example, x squared plus 8x plus 7 equals 0, we solved that by factoring, finding 7 and 1, multiply to be 7 and add to be 8, and then set those equal to 0 and solve to get the solutions x equals -7, x equals -1. Now it turns out that sometimes factoring isn't the easiest or the best way to solve a quadratic equation. So we'll see in this task, as well as in part 5, other ways of solving quadratic equations. So in this one, we're going to look at the graph of what's called the related function, y equals x squared plus 8x plus 7 in this example. So if we graph that, then it makes this red curve here called a parabola you see on the coordinate plane. Now, thinking about our two solutions from factoring and the graph, what do you notice about the relationship between the solutions and the graph? Do you see -7 and -1 anywhere on the graph? I'll give you a minute to look. So what you should see is that the solutions, -7 and -1, are the same as the x-intercepts of the graph. So this is the x-axis, and the line crosses the x-axis right there and right there. Those are the x-intercepts of the graph, and those are the solutions. It turns out this is always going to be the case. If you graph the related function of a quadratic equation, then the x-intercepts are the solutions. It's that simple. So let's look at a couple examples. Example 1, the graph of y equals x squared minus x minus 12 is shown to the right. Use the graph to identify the solutions of the equation x squared minus x minus 12 equals 0. Notice this is the same as this, but here it's equal to 0, here it's equal to y to make the graph on the coordinate plane. So if we look at our x-axis, you see the graph crosses at -3 and +4. So you would just write x equals -3, x equals +4. Those are the solutions. Again, it's that simple. Well, it's not always exactly simple. For example 2, we have the graph of y equals x squared plus 10x plus 25. And we want to use that to identify the solutions of the similar equation. Now here, again, we have our x-axis. It doesn't cross the x-axis, but it sure looks like it touches at -5. Well, in that case, that's still an x-intercept, and it's just there's only one solution instead of two. And so x equals -5 is our solution. And then the other possibility, in example 3, we have the graph of y equals x squared plus 2x plus 3, trying to find the solutions of x squared plus 2x plus 3 equals 0. Well, here's the x-axis down here, and there's the graph up there, and there's a gap between them. So what does that mean? Well, if it doesn't cross, if it doesn't touch, then that means there's no solution. Okay, and that's how you use the graph of a related function to find the solutions of a quadratic equation.